Sadi Stories channel welcomes you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We will now go to the greatest human civilization throughout the ages, which is the pharaonic king Hathor. The goddess Hathor is one of the most significant deities in ancient Egyptian mythology, embodying various religious and cultural aspects that profoundly influenced the ancient Egyptians. She was widely venerated throughout different eras of Egyptian history and played a major role in numerous legends and religious rites. Here are some essential details regarding the goddess Hathor. Her name and its meaning. The name Hathor is typically translated as House of Horus or Dwelling of Horus, indicating her association with protection and nurturing. In certain myths, Hathor was regarded as the mother or consort of the god Horus, the royal deity of the sky. Symbolism and traditional representation. Bovine symbolism. One of the most famous representations of the goddess Hathor is her depiction as a cow or as a woman with a cow's head, with the cow symbolizing fertility and nurturing. Cow horns. Hathor is often portrayed adorned with cow horns, cradling a solar disk between them, reflecting her connections to the sky and the sun, and she is considered a symbol of life and fertility. Motherhood and femininity. In certain representations, Hathor is depicted as a woman cradling a child in her arms or nursing an infant, illustrating her role as a goddess of fertility and motherhood. The principal centers of her worship. Dendera Temple. The Temple of Dendera, located in Upper Egypt, is among the most notable sanctuaries dedicated to Hathor, having been specifically consecrated to her. It is renowned as one of the best preserved temples in the country. Heliopolis. Hathor was also venerated in the ancient city of Heliopolis, modern-day Ain Shams. Philae Temple. Additional centers of worship include the Temple of Philae, where celebrations in her honor were held in the Aswan region. The relationship with other deities. Connection with Horus. In certain myths, Hathor is depicted as the wife or mother of the god Horus, who was regarded as the deity of the sky and kingship. At other times, she is seen as the ideal mother, providing protection and nurturing. Association with Ra. Hathor was also linked to the god Ra, the sun deity. In various legends, she was believed to embody the sun or to traverse the heavens alongside Ra. Transition from local deities to national divinity. Over time, Hathor evolved into an integral part of the national pantheon of Egypt, assuming a prominent role in the worship of the Egyptian populace as a whole. Myths associated with her. The myth of Hathor and Ra. One of the renowned legends depicts the anger of the god Ra towards humanity due to their wickedness, prompting him to send Hathor, who represented the energy of the sun, to annihilate them. However, Hathor transformed into the goddess Sekhmet, the deity of war, and claimed the lives of many. Ultimately, she reverted to her gentle form and continued to bestow blessings upon humanity. The myth of resurrection. In another tale, Hathor played a pivotal role in resurrecting Isis following her temporary death during the quest to recover the body of her husband, Osiris. Worship rituals and celebrations. The festivities honoring Hathor were considered some of the most exquisite rituals in ancient Egypt. These celebrations were characterized by music, dance, and revelry, exuding an atmosphere of joy and exuberance. The Festival of Hathor in Dendera. One of the grandest religious celebrations of ancient Egypt was the Festival of Hathor, during which rituals were performed in her temples, and offerings were made in her honor. Let us journey to the Temple of Dendera, one of the most renowned ancient Egyptian temples, situated in the city of Dendera, approximately 60 kilometers north of Cana in southern Egypt. This magnificent temple is dedicated to the goddess Hathor, the deity of love, beauty, music, and dance in ancient Egyptian mythology. Here, we will explore all the captivating details you may wish to know about this grand temple. The temple's location. The Temple of Dendera is situated in Cana Governorate in southern Egypt, specifically along the banks of the Nile. It is regarded as one of the best preserved temples in the country. History of the temple. Construction of the temple commenced during the 19th dynasty, under the reign of Pharaoh Ramses II, who ruled from 1279 to 1213 BCE. The temple underwent various additions and enhancements by numerous subsequent rulers, including Queen Cleopatra VII and Emperor Trajan, reflecting the evolution of architectural style through the ages. The temple was constructed in phases and had a profound influence on Egyptian religious practices during that time. Architectural structure of the temple. Facade. The temple features an impressive facade adorned with 4 colossal columns, depicting scenes showcasing Ramses II in various poses. The base of the temple, it contains a grand hall that extends through several chambers and sacred spaces. The Holy of Holies. This area houses the inner sanctum, which contained a statue of the goddess Hathor, regarded as the most sacred part of the temple. The ceiling. Notably, the temple's ceiling is adorned with intricate decorations that showcase stunning artistic depictions of religious icons. Surrounding temples and buildings. The site encompasses numerous additional structures, including a water reservoir and smaller buildings dedicated to celebrations and religious rituals. Art and decorations. The decorations embellishing the temple walls are considered among the most exquisite examples of ancient Egyptian artistry. They depict scenes of religious festivities, homage to the goddess Hathor, and images of kings presenting offerings to the deity. One of the prominent engravings found within the temple is the celestial map, showcasing heavenly flowers and regarded as one of the earliest astronomical representations in history. Religious symbolism. The Temple of Dendera served as a significant center for worship in ancient Egypt, viewed as a resting place for the spirit of the goddess Hathor. Many Egyptians visited the temple seeking blessings and healing. The temple's rituals focused on themes of life, death, and renewal, represented through the veneration of Hathor, as well as the healing of ailments, as it was believed that the goddess had the power to grant restoration to those who sought it. The Celestial Map. The Celestial Map is among the most renowned astronomical engravings found on the ceiling of the Temple of Dendera. It represents the first celestial drawing of a constellation, believed to have been part of religious rituals concerning the guidance of stars and planets. False towers. The false towers within the Temple of Dendera are distinctive architectural features that set this temple apart. These towers resemble actual towers but are merely parts of the temple's inner walls or sculptures on the surface. The purpose of these structures is not to provide additional space or structural support as in traditional towers but to achieve specific religious and artistic effects. Site within the temple. These false towers are located on the temple walls and in designated areas of symbolic or sacred significance, such as the chambers connected to the space where the statue of the goddess Hathor was believed to reside. Religious symbolism. These false towers may be linked to the religious traditions of ancient Egypt. The ancient Egyptians believed that false towers had a symbolic role in protecting sacred spaces or representing a part of the heavens or paradise. They could also signify celestial forces, as the ancients associated towers with stars and planets. Perhaps these features played a part in representing celestial transformations or contributing to worship rituals. Design and visual effects. The false towers were designed to create particular visual effects, such as conveying a sense of great height or the grandeur of the sacred temples. The play of light and shadow on these towers was utilized to create dynamic effects during the rituals performed within the temple. Role of the false towers in rituals. These towers may have played a part in the complex religious rituals carried out in the temple. Given that the Temple of Dendera was a center for the worship of the goddess Hathor, the false towers likely featured in celebrations aimed at representing the heavens or certain cosmic aspects believed to be essential for balancing the earth and the sky. Architectural function. Although these towers appear to support the structure of the temple or serve as actual towers, they were, in fact, employed purely for decorative and religious purposes. The ancient Egyptians used such architectural formations to impact visitors and impart a sense of grandeur and sanctity to the temple. In conclusion, the false towers within the Temple of Dendera are a unique architectural element that reflects the artistic prowess of the ancient Egyptians and their symbolic vision of the spiritual and cosmic realm. They are not merely aesthetic additions, they also held a symbolic and religious role in the rituals performed within the temple. Astronomical symbolism. The temple holds a profound relationship with astronomy, having been used for studying stars and planets. It is a significant site for many astronomers investigating the ancient Egyptian civilization and its developments. The Temple of Dendera exemplifies the power and culture of ancient Egypt through its distinctive design and profound artistic icons, representing an important space for worship and astronomical study, making it a culturally and historically significant archaeological site. Do not forget to subscribe and like the channel, and feel free to share a specific idea in the comments for us to present to you. Goodbye, my friends. A note to my friends, I kindly request your support by subscribing to the channel, as your encouragement will inspire me to work diligently and enhance the content I provide. This will enable me to continue delivering the best information for you. Thank you all, may you be blessed in every year ahead. Farewell once again, and I wish you a joyful and prosperous year, dear ones.